Good morning. Welcome to the Being Found show. We're giving local businesses the unfair advantage back. Best 2 hours of radio for business. We're your guide to being found by more buying customers. How many of these qualifiers do I get to use legally, Chauncey?
I think if you go over three, maybe you're getting a little excessive.
Well, yeah, but maybe we're about breaking rules. Can I do one more? This is like what we're about is straight talk. We're about
Well, what do you got?
making sense. Okay, so
Let's
I got a list of them, kinda. Do you
all
want
right.
to?
Let's hear it.
Okay, so if your company isn't being found, whose is? And we'll help you answer that question.
That
Is that a
that's a
good
good
one?
one. That
Uh,
is a good one.
how about we're going to show you how to be found by more buying customers?
That's a good one. Not as catchy as the first one.
Okay. How about
Yep.
straight talk about the internet and your business?
That's a little straight laced for you.
You think? All right.
Yeah.
And then the last one I had was local businesses guide to being found by more buying customers.
Yeah, that one's pretty accurate.
Yeah. So we've got accurate and impactful. So we're working on that. It's going to be
Right.
we're all of those things.
Right.
um, as usual, you can go to beingfound.com and follow along. We're getting better at sharing our screen and having videos ready to support the show. So if you go to beingfound.com, you'll actually be able to see this show in its entirety online. You'll be able to see some of the reports we look at, some of the stories we look at, some of the tools and websites we go to. And then we also break up the show into certain segments. So you might find a segment that's really important or that you really liked. Also, I don't do this enough, and I want to try to do this more. We're part of a family in Shasta County. We're involved with the Economic Development Corporation, the Shasta Economic Development Corporation. We do all kinds of fun stuff with the Smart Center, the Builders Exchange, and this radio station. So KCNR 1460 AM is where we're beaming out of. There's a lot of good people and a lot of good things going on in our small little town, and I don't think we always take enough time to point out what everybody's doing. So check us out.
Well, last night was beer and bites.
Oh, it was beer and bites, huh? How was that?
Nice. It was packed out. A lot of beer,
And a lot,
Chipotle buffet,
and a lot of bites.
a lot of bites.
Yeah. All right. Okay. So, how's your week been in the world of SEO, Chauncey? Did anything really crazy happen that you're keeping your eye on, or was this kind of a slow week?
Well, as far as news is concerned, I was pretty busy this week, so probably not a huge amount of news. But what I'm definitely trying to concentrate here on lately is making sure that on your homepage of your website, when you're going local, that there's a section for each of the Google categories that your Google My Business is in. That's really what I'm trying to focus on here this week.
I got it. And why is that? Is that something Google needs, or is that to help when someone comes over from Google?
Well, it's definitely good for conversion because you want anybody who hits your own page to understand what you're about as soon as possible. But mainly it's good for Google because Google then adds trust to the fact that the categories that you're saying you represent, you actually do represent because you have it on your site's most important page, which is your homepage.
Yeah, interesting. Yeah, I know. I don't know if a lot of people know this, but you can actually go to somebody else's Google listing, and if you don't think it's accurate or fair, or you don't think they are doing what they have listed that they do in their Google My Business page, you can actually make suggestions, right? You can
Right.
suggest to Google that be changed, and one sure way to help fight against that is to make sure that it's clearly obvious what you do on your homepage.
Right. Absolutely.
I
Keep
like
your competitors from messing with what you got.
I like putting you on the spot too. So just so everybody knows, I don't. Chauncey and I don't go over the show. He has no idea what I'm going to ask.
No.
and I like putting him on the spot.
So hopefully this makes me sound educated instead of totally like I don't know what I'm doing.
Yeah, unless you have the time to prepare. Okay,
Right.
so there is some other marketing news that I want to talk about in this show, and we'll go over that in the next segment. But also, I wanted to let our audience know about Project Hometown and talk about that a little bit more in the opening segment. If you've heard us talk about it, Project Hometown is the initiative or the idea that our county could connect all of our businesses and all of those products up into the e-commerce economy so that customers can buy our products the way they want to buy. Because frankly, look, they're going online. Just look at what you do. You are going online. Whether you buy online or not, it's a different story. You may look online and go somewhere else, or you might compare online, but it's having an impact. And so Project Hometown isn't just about building a website. It's not that. What it is it's this initiative to get all of our county's products online the way customers want to buy. And what would happen to this community if we were able to do that? It would be like, well, it is connecting to this whole economy. It's projected that there'll be more e-commerce sales this year and next year than there is brick and mortar sales. So it just makes sense that a brick and mortar should be represented up in the e-commerce economy. And so we'll talk about that more. You can go to Project Hometown and learn more, although admittedly there's not a lot of content on that site yet. We're still getting that thing off the ground. But I did want to tell you that we had our first kickoff meeting with local web developers, local associations like the Smart Center, the EDC, the Chamber of Commerce, who are all excited, and others. There were people from all walks who are trying to figure out how we can all work together to facilitate this idea that we can all get our projects, or I'll get all of our products online. And so that's kicking off. If you'll follow along on the radio and you stop by beingfound.com, we're going to keep you posted because we're actually going to have a kickoff event where we're going to speak and train, and it'll be a luncheon on what Project Hometown is and how it'll work. How did I do? Did I explain that okay, Chauncey?
Yeah, I think you did. The one thing that popped to my mind about this, and it might be a little confusing for people, but is that major cities are already our proof of concept that this works.
Right.
They're given an environment where for the past couple of years they could support this sort of situation, and now we know that it works, and now we know that everybody wants it this way. And so basically all your little outlying towns, all your medium-sized, even large outlying towns, because I'm in a fairly large town. It's just autonomous from other towns.
Mm-hmm.
And, we know this works, and we know people want to use it, and we know people are looking for it. It's just smaller areas are not doing it yet.
Okay. Yeah, good. Okay, so we are coming up to the end of this segment. You're listening to the Being Found show. You can always check us out online at beingfound.com, and we'll be right back after the break.